We back with the video. I promise y'all I'll probably video every day. Thank you for everyone who voted on the poll I sent on my post. I thank you to everyone who voted. But I'll probably either gonna post 2 videos a day or 1 video every day. But for right now, this is the first video of the day. I thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video. But today we reacting to another video. It's the most painful car accidents ever. And it's by the Talking Hat. So I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope y'all enjoyed all of my last videos. I thank y'all for watching, and let's get into it.
The donut incident. It was just another midday drive for this 28-year-old man in Ohio.
By the way, the title of this video is most painful car accident death ever. Haven't watched it yet. I'm really interested to see what happened in this video.
The sky was clear, the roads were stretched out like any other time, and for him, his morning had officially started. The only thing left for him to do was to get some breakfast. So he'd stop by a store to grab some donuts and coffee before taking off for work. And just like that, his morning was entirely complete. The man was sipping a coffee in one hand and
Dude, the coffee spills on him and he throws off, bro. Imagine. That'd be some crazy stuff, bro. That's some crazy stuff. I hope that's not what happens, but let's see.
biting a donut.
Oh, he might choke. He might choke on the donut, bro. Oh, let's see what happens, bro.
Not in the other.
But that would be insane, bro. That would actually be fucking insane that happened, though. Imagine you order a donut, then you just all fucking choking on it. It's like so fucking dry.
For him, things really couldn't get any better than this, but somewhere between the first sip and the next bite, everything went sideways. Literally.
You know what would make this day better? Some music. Hey Siri, play some Diddy.
Now playing Demi Lovato.
What? No. I said play Diddy, like, you know, Puff Daddy?
Now playing Yeet.
I'll just do it myself.
While eating his donut,
Oh, I know. You saw fucking turn the radio on, bro. Bruh. This is why I don't really mess with the radio. Or, like, when I start driving, I'm not gonna mess with the fucking radio. Because, like, look, like, he probably gonna get a crash because he wasn't paying attention, he was looking at the fucking radio.
out of his hands and knock over his coffee.
Oh, I knew it! I fucking told you that it was going to knock over his face, bro. Oh, it
Panicked to
knock
stop the
over
spilling,
him.
he quickly reached for the beverage to steady it, and just like that, in a split second, his car veered left to the opposite lane of traffic. I forgot to mention that this was all occurring in the middle of the highway, on an extremely busy Wednesday morning. And unfortunately, at 50 to 60 miles per hour, that's all it takes. His vehicle cut across the lane and slammed head-on into two westbound cars, completely flattening one in the process. The impact was violent enough to leave 3 vehicles completely mangled and scatter their debris across the field of the road like an explosion. Witnesses said it was chaos. One driver was trapped inside the...
So, he died because of the radio and the coffee. Like, imagine, bro. Like, this is insane stuff, bro. Like, you dying because you wanted to change the radio, bro. That's insane, bro. And what kind of car was this? It looked like it used to be a nice car. It looked like it's fucked up now.
crushed metal, pinning them in place, while
I can't tell what kind of logo that is on there.
worked frantically to cut them free. As for the flattened car, it sat in the ditch with its airbags blown out, windshield shattered, and frame completely crushed. When paramedics
Oh my god, imagine, bro.
arrived at the scene, they worked desperately to extract the victims from the wreckage. They would even try to bring out the body in the flattened vehicle, and to their sheer horror, the victim was still alive.
He was still... Bro, this is the second video where the victim was still alive. Bro, but this ain't crazy, that's the other video where the victim was still alive. I'm gonna go live stream reacting to YouTube videos. Bro, Bro. Bro. He's still alive after the frame was like crushed, like it was crushed down on him. That means his body had to be bent in different different positions, bro. Bro,
Crews would immediately transfer
Bro.
both individuals to the University Hospital's Georga Medical Center, while a third refused further treatment. To everyone's
What?
total shock, all the victims in this accident survived with no life-threatening injuries. The man responsible was quickly identified and questioned. His rambunctious craving for donuts and coffee on the highway had turned a quiet Ohio road into a disaster scene.
he
Police
actually survived that. I thought they gonna say he died in the hospital or something. How did he survive that, bro? Dang, that's insane.
instantly cited him on the spot. Sometimes it's not speed or weather or a drunk driver that causes the crash. Sometimes it can simply just be a donut, so don't drive while distracted.
Dang.
35. Honestly, this one was a
The-
little too
wait, what is
depressing,
it?
so I
It
just
said-
subtracted. 35.
The 35 incident.
Honestly, this one was a little too depressing, so I decided to take it out. Instead, for this incident, you can just look at this cute rabbit for a bit.
Okay, I'm watching it. I don't see nothing bad.
Hell Train. It was the evening rush on February 3rd, 2015 in Valhalla, New York.
Wait, he says,
Commuters
did
board.
he just say that was it? That's all he gonna put for that one? Why? Why would he do that?
The Metro North train that was headed for the suburbs after a long day in Manhattan.
Colehead's Kitchen, bro. Man, I remember always watching him when he used to post, bro. Man, was that good times.
At the same time, a 49-year-old mother from Edgemont was behind the wheel of her Mercedes SUV.
I
She had
must
just
see.
left work and was
Imagine crashing in your. Listen, imagine you're buying a brand new Mercedes or BMW, and just got out the shop, like just got out the dealership. You driving out, man, turning and somebody like keep coming and hit you, bro. That would piss me off, bro. Brand new car, that would actually piss me off, bro.
driving through unfamiliar back roads due to an earlier accident on the highway. He approached the Commerce Street crossing, a dangerous grade-level track where warning lights flashed and gates descended. But instead of stopping, as you
Wait.
might have already guessed,
I think I know what happened last scene, bro. A car probably got stuck on the railroad tracks and got hit, bro.
SUV ended up in the worst place possible, the tracks. Like any
Oh,
other normal
yeah.
person, you'd think that she would reverse her car out of harm's way, right? Well, you'd be wrong. Instead, she drove forward, accidentally stopping on the rails as the crossing gate came down behind her.
I told you. But why will you do that? That's stupid.
Putting her vehicle into one place. She panicked quickly, trying to find an escape, but without a second to react, headlights pierced the dark. The Metro North train, carrying hundreds of passengers, slammed into her SUV with catastrophic force. The impact drove the 5,000-pound vehicle nearly 1,000 feet up the tracks before ripping it apart. But that's only the beginning of what made this situation so
What?
terrible. When the train impacted her car, the rails snapped off the ground and speared through her SUV, right into the train's passengers. These rails would shoot up from the floor and send fire and sparks exploding onto the passengers. The first carriage completely erupted into flames as metal debris.
Oh my fucking god, bro. Her dumbass behavior screwed on them because she decided to, oh, I'm gonna park on the train tracks. Why didn't you just park, bro? That made no sense, bro. Nah, there probably gonna be more people dying in the thing because fire is spreading in the train. Bro, like, why would she do that? That make no sense.
Tore through windows and seats like shrapnel.
Like, it's just dumbass behavior, bro. Why? Why would she do that, bro?
At the rear of the train, riders only felt a slight bump, but up at the front, it was a pure nightmare. Smoke filled the cars, people screamed, and sections of
Wait,
rail
did he just say they just feel a slight bump?
shrapnel. At the rear of the train, riders only felt a slight bump, but up at the front, it was a pure nightmare. Smoke filled the cars.
I would sue the fuck out of that woman, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If she survived, I'll sue the heck out of her. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, look at this, bro.
People screamed, and sections of rail shot through the cabin like burning javelins. People desperately clawed at jammed doors, but the heat was unbearable and too suffocating. The smell of burning seats, fuel, and flesh is all that survivors could remember when trying to escape. The scene was described as literal hell on a train. When the fire finally died down,
I bet it was because there was all the fire and metal flying everywhere. Like, what could they do about it? See, that's,
6 people were gone and 15 others were severely injured. The SUV was obliterated, and the train was left mangled.
Holy fuck. Bro. That's insane, bro. Look at that, bro. That car, I would never guess that car was a Mercedes. Bro, I can imagine what the people in the train been through. The people in the first deck, I imagine what they been through. But look at all of this, bro. Holy crap.
And scarred by the flames. The SUV was obliterated, and the train was left mangled and scarred by the flames.
Bro, look at this. How can you possibly survive this, bro? This is dumbass behavior right here. Like, why? Why would you do it? Why? Just why? Why would you do it, bro? See, it make no sense. Why would you stop on track? Now look what she calls.
This remains the deadliest crash in Metro North Railroad's history, and the moral is as simple as it is brutal.
This is actually a Mercedes? Bruh. Look at that, though. But I cannot even recognize the car. Or I can recognize Shane, but I can not recognize the car, bro.
When you're on the road, always be attentive and learn to react quickly. Most of the time, roads are actually pretty boring, and honestly, they don't really have crazy things like this happening all the time, but in the rare case you end up in a situation like this, be prepared and always act fast. Guillotine.
The guillotine escalated.
The stands were packed. Families, fans, and journalists gathered shoulder to shoulder, watching the 24 hours of Le Mans. Cars from Mercedes, Jaguar, and Ferrari screamed down the straightaways,
I'm on the lap
pushing
of
limits
you.
that the track
Upon
itself
big
had
crash.
never been designed to handle. Then came lap 35. Mike Hawthorne darted toward the pits, braking hard in front of the Austin Healey driver. Macklin swerved to avoid him, but in doing so, he moved directly into the path of Pierre Levey, who was going at over 120 miles per hour. What happened next was unfortunately pure carnage. Levey's car struck Macklin's rear end and was launched into the air like a missile. The man's car literally started flying, and of course, it'd be
He got launched into the air. But why would somebody hit the brakes in front of that guy to make him turn? See, all these crashes that I do, most of these crashes is because people did dumb stuff. Like, all the crashes is because people did dumb stuff. Like, look at this.
aimed at nothing other than tightly packed crowds of bystanders enjoying their
They hit the bystanders? Bro. Bro, bro, the bystanders and him both cooked.
favorite cars racing on the track. The Mercedes would smash into the spectator in front of the grandstand, and on impact it would immediately disintegrate. The car's heaviest components like the engine block, suspension, and radiator tore free and hurled into the crowd with the force of artillery shells, obliterating dozens on impact. However, the worst part was the hood. It was sharp, silver, and launched out of the car the fastest, making it form a spinning motion like a saw blade. The hood would
Bro, That is crazy, bro. They are, this one is like overly, bro.
Fly into the crowd and sever the heads of multiple spectators watching in the stands. Survivors would later describe this scene as the hood decapitating tightly jammed spectators like a guillotine. By the time the smoke cleared, at least 82 people were gone and hundreds more were injured. This event would later on become known as the 1955 Le Mans disaster, and it would remain the most catastrophic accident in racing history. A little fun fact about this event is that the organisers wouldn't allow the race to stop. They'd ensure that the drivers kept competing so that the venue didn't ensue into a mass panic. And
What?
medical responders
They didn't stop the race, even though it killed tons of people and killed a racer. Man, back then, bro, yeah, they got that. Back then, they had that, bro. I don't gonna lie.
from being able to enter in. This event would be so shocking to the world at the time that multiple countries across Europe banned motorsports altogether until safety standards could be improved. No matter how exciting or important something feels in the moment, it's never worth risking lives by ignoring safety. One bad decision can hurt not just you, but everyone around you. Don't speed, don't be distracted while driving, and always drive safely. With that being said, have a happy day.
Alright. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment if there's a video you want to react to next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.